Good morning, tankers. Today we're going to be playing with the T28. It is right now on track through August, and we're going to make this tank work today. We're going to do some work this morning, so let's jump into the action. Okay, so our first map is El Hello. On this map with the T28, we're going to go right into the heavy line. So my plan is to go right over in here and push through this heavy line. And hopefully we can push the enemy back towards their spawn and be able to control this capture point. It's key that we take this area here so we can control this capture point. Now this tank is very slow, okay? Because it's so slow, what I've done is I put a turbo on it. So usually this thing goes about 20 kilometers an hour. You can see we're going 25 kilometers an hour. That's very important with this tank because we need to get to the front line. This tank has phenomenal armor. The weak spots are on these cupolas right here. So we want to try to cover them up if we can. But we can always put our gun up in the air, and you see if our gun's up in the air, we'll actually block shots to our cupolas, which is a very nice tactic with this tank. So to start off, like I said, we're just going to go real slow like up here into the heavy line, and then we're going to start using our DPM to push this heavy line. I have a 2 and 3 skill crew on this tank to start because this is what I've gotten so far up this on track, and the crew does pretty well. Now I have everything unlocked on this tank, and I'm about to actually go up to the T95. So to show you where we're at right now, so our standard AP rounds, 400 alpha damage, 248 penetration, and 945 meters per second velocity. So the shells aren't super fast, but they're not super slow either. But we have good penetration. Now, if we have any struggles with some of these tier 9s, we can pull out our APCRs, which have 297 millimeters of penetration and about a little over 1100 meters per second. So be easier to hit fast moving targets with that as well. So what am I doing here? I'm just creeping up on this hill here, try to catch somebody crossing, like that King Tiger, because we can get in a nice hold down position here and do some pretty good damage. The only downside of this tank is we do not have a lot of gun depression. Oh, and we unfortunately bounced our shots. So what we're going to do now is we're going to wait for our cavalry to arrive. So we do not have the gun depression to go against that object 263. And now we have artillery hitting us. Things are not looking good. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to sit here and wait for these guys to push up over the edge. Well, or we can actually push now. That object 263 made a mistake by pushing up here because now he can't use his gun depression at all, or he is in a position where he can't use his gun elevation to hit me, which means I can damage him. And this AE Phase 1 has really good gun depression. That AE Phase 1 knows what he's doing. We have to back off a little bit because we already lost half our hit points, over half our hit points. We just do not have the gun depression. Not with this tank, no. Ah, and he hit our cupola. That's my fault because I didn't raise my gun. We need our teammates to really help us out here. And we can't go too far back because if we go back over this ridge, line, then we're going to get shot on the side by tank destroyers that are sitting up on the ridge line. We just have to wait for our teammates to take out this IS-2 and start making some pressure here at this AE Phase 1. See, there's the Borat. That's exactly what I was worried about, is that there's going to be tanks down here shooting us from the behind. Let me see if we can turn around and hit that Borat. We just have to be careful. Ah! I didn't know there was a leopard there. Yeah, our team's not doing a very good job on that side. That's okay. So what we'll do is we'll fast forward to the end of this match, and we'll go for a round number 2. So unfortunately, that was a defeat. We came in 4th place by experience, 4th place by damage. So we definitely did our best. This AE Phase 1, hats off to him. He did an incredible job pushing. I mean, he just absolutely pushed that side on his own. He did an incredible job. And we lost the credits, but again, no surprises there. We just did not do very well. So, round number 2. Okay, so our second map is Glacier. What are we going to do? Well, we can go into the heavy line and try to push around here, or we can go along the goat path here and try to sneak around the backside. The nice thing about the goat path is, and the heavy line, is that they're both corridors, which this tank does really well in because of its armor. But we are bottom tier, okay? So I don't want to go into the heavy line against a 279E, an Object 430U, and a Jagdpanzer E100. I don't want to go against those tanks up here. So we're going to take the goat path along this mountain cliffside, and we're going to hope that our ELC over here is going to spot for us. And what that'll do is allow us to snipe from the safety of these hills where we have plenty of cover, because we can't get in and out of cover very quickly. And their mediums, what I see here is their mediums are pushing the hill very, very hard. So it's a good thing we didn't go across, because what would have happened if we had crossed there... Hold on one sec. Is this Scorpion gonna peek? No? Well, you know what? We'll just take a blind shot because we can. We would have got picked off by these guys, because they would have spotted us just leisurely going through here, and they would have killed us. So it's a good thing we chose not to go into the heavy line. That would have ended in disaster. I don't know if we can do anything here. Can we see anything here? No, we can't. Okay, that's okay. I didn't want to push up too much there. So now we have a 30B and a Mr. Borsig to help us out. So now we can push. We have armor, and this 30B is going to back us up. And look at that 30B. He's got 2 marks of excellence. He knows what he's doing with that tank. And we have a Badger to come back us up. Oh, this is going to be beautiful. And now the 430 is tracked. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, but our Badger is down. That's not good. Alright. Artie is chewing us up. So we're going to go after this T-54. Heat round. More heat rounds. Goodbye, Mr. T-54. What I want to do is just hold on here a sec. Make sure that I'm not spotted, because there's a Scorpion sitting here. Yep. That's why I didn't want to go too far, because I want to make sure I'm not still spotted. And I don't get shot from the side by that Scorpion. Now, I'm not sure who's spotted over here because I can't see their name on the map. Or like the tank, I can't see what this tank is. I just know there's something over here. What I'm gonna do is just hold up here a second, because we might have to turn around and go back for base defense. Let's just see. don't think we're going to be able to see him unless he comes around. They both backed up. Okay, we're going to go help Mr. Borsig out. These guys should have a tough time of it, but... Wait a sec, wait a sec. Can we hit that 279E from here? Wait a sec. Oh boy, now we got people we can see here. Hold up. Dirty Ferdy. Oh, Dirty Ferdy turned just at the right time. There we go. Now let's finish off Dirty Ferdy. There's Dirty Ferdy. There we go. Okay. That Borsig is gonna have to take care of that T28. I think we got to go back for base defense. This ELC is doing a phenomenal job of spotting for us, but we got to go back and defend because we have a lot of pressure at our base and we're down by the hit points. Ah, probably just missed a shot on that Scorpion. The only downside of this tank is it's extremely slow, so you can pretty much do one thing with it, and that's push the front line, but you can't get in any positions very easily. See, this is the one downside. I can't do anything over here quickly. Like I want to do one thing. I want to help out my teammates, but then it's like boom. That's it. So where did that 279E come over here? Is that what I saw happen? Oh, this does not look good. See, I want to go back for base defense, but I know as soon as I turn around and get spotted, he's back circling around this Borsig. Nope. So that Kunza is going to come up here. So we're going to get in this spot where they can't shoot us with crossfire. We're the last ones left. And they're going to come after me. 7-on-1. They're going to come at me from one side or the other. There they are. Yep, and that's it. Unfortunately, we didn't do what we wanted to do. But we did our best with what we could do. We took 3 kills. We should be pretty well near the top of the board for experience. So, we're doing our best. Unfortunately, that one was a defeat. Again, so it's not going very well this morning. However, we're third by damage, second by experience, tied for first actually with Mr. Borsig that we were helping out. So let's see if we can get a victory yet here and go for round number 3. Alright, so we have Assault on Karelia for our round number 3. Now, in this case, we're on the defense side, which means that we're going to have to take up a position and hold off the enemy forces as they try to spot us and take us out or capture our base. So in this case, the position that I would like to take is actually going to be on this one line. as our M41 is scouting this side, T92 is going in the middle. What we want to do is take a position not too far from the base, because remember, we're defending. We don't want to play too aggressive. But at the same time, we want to take up a defensive position that we can get into and out of cover pretty quickly. And this rock gives us exactly that. Alright, we hit our shot on the Pantera, and we can see plenty of enemies in front of us. Unfortunately, I missed my shot, but that was bad aim on my part. And now that LT-432 is going to hide behind a rock. Now, he's going to poke out here as soon as he's not spotted. And that might have been a direct hit. So, why did I do that? Well, because these guys know, as most experienced players know, that you're only spotted for about 10 seconds. It could be up to 12 seconds if your enemy who spotted you has a perk that allows you, them to spot you for an additional 2 seconds. Okay? So, most players either have a counter like myself, or they know to count about 10 seconds, and then they will move from their position because they're no longer spotted. And I'm not paying attention, and we have side shots on a TS5. Beautiful. Beautiful shot. See, the other reason I like this position is because you can see that M41, he has a very good WN8 score, and he knows what he's doing. And he's sitting up in the middle there, trying to spot us. So when we sit here in this rock, he can't spot us because he can't see us. Now we have an ISU on the corner up there. And he's no longer spotted. Okay. But the nice thing about sitting in this position to defend is you have plenty of cover to get in and out of very quickly. And this thing doesn't do anything fast. So having the close proximity to cover is very much so needed. And remember, we're defending here, okay? So, we're not camping, we're defending. There's a big difference, okay? If we play too aggressive, they'll outspot us because they have control in the middle with their lights. We do not. Back up. Come on. Back up. Come on. Back up. Back up. Nope. He didn't back up far enough. That's okay. He'll back up again. Back up. Back up. Come on. Back up. He'll back up. He'll back up. Come on. This guy's driving me nuts. Back up or don't. I don't know what this guy's pinging us for. He's not pinging us, but no, pinging the light tanks. Our light tanks aren't really doing anything in the middle. The M41's doing a great job at scouting that side for us. Come on, there we go. Unfortunately, we missed our shot again. This is kind of a tough shot to make at this distance. But the thing of it is, if I push up too close and play too aggressive, that's not good. Because we won't be able to get back to defend. I really need this Patriot to back up, but he won't. Let's see if we can catch this KV4 crossing. This is why we're being patient. TS5, beautiful shot. Beautiful shot on the TS5. Ah, that was bad aim on my part. Absolutely terrible aim on my part. And that does happen. Especially early in the morning. I'm impressed with how fast he crossed. Okay. LT-432. Can't get shots on him. How about this ISU? Can we shoot him? Every time he's spotted, I swear he gets unspotted very quickly. Okay, he's behind that rock. Okay. Ooh, Panther 2 crossing in the open. Unfortunately, I didn't react in time. One downside to not having a turret. There we go. M41's got some damage on him now. And they're going to struggle hitting my weak points from that far, so I'm not really worried about them. And I'm not spotted now anymore anyway. Be nice if we could hit our shots today. That TS5 is sitting right there. There we go. Beautiful shots, beautiful shots. That TS5 is sitting right in that bush behind the Panther. I think we're going to back up a little bit here, as we keep getting spotted. That TS5 is getting to be a pain in my butt. Luckily, we have very fast track repair. We need to turn. I know right where that TS5 is sitting. He's sitting right in that bush over there. Now I have a charioteer shooting me in the butt, really? Well, we did our part. 2,700 damage. Boy, we're just not having any luck this morning. So what we're going to do is we're going to go for another round. And we're going to try to make this work. So, round number 4. We have tier 9 matchmaking. It seems that this losing streak this morning is going to continue, but we shall see. What are we going to do on this map? This map we are going to play on the 1 line because it's about the only safe place for a slow-moving tank. So we're going to try to stay in cover to come over here because light and medium tanks like to take this position right here and shoot slow tanks such as us that are crossing. It looks like we have a bigger brother here in the T95 that will be joining us on this side as well. So that's very good news. So as you've seen so far, this tank can hold its own, especially from a distance. It's tough for enemies to hit the weak spots. Now that TS5 on the Karelia map, he was throwing full gold at a distance to be able to penetrate us. So he was diving into his pockets, so to speak, in order to hurt us. And the whole point of a premium tank is to make silver. So he defeated the purpose of his tank by throwing heat at us. I think we just made him angry because he was struggling to penetrate us. And we are the tech tree version of the TS5. So as I said, there was one tank already crossing there in the middle. Trying to catch us crossing, I should say. So that's why we needed to go low through that dip there, or else we would have gotten side shots. And who knows, there was probably a tank destroyer, as there usually is, sitting right here on these rocks, shooting across at us. So that's why we need to be very careful and kind of take the scenic route, if you will, through this little dip here to come over. Now, we have some pretty tough tanks in front of us. Nothing that we can't handle, but pretty heavily armored tanks, and unfortunately we don't have much in the way of gun depression. So what we're going to do is we are going to back up here a little bit and see if we can't craft ourselves an angle to shoot these guys.
Enemy armor is damaged.
Unfortunately, we're taking a shot from the mountain. So here we are up against a tier 9 German heavy tank with lots of armor. So what we're going to do is we're going to stay back here and wait for our T95 to come up. I shouldn't have taken that shot. That was a silly mistake on my part, but those guys were playing pretty passively, so I thought maybe we had a chance. Alright, good. They both fired. So now we can return fire.
We didn't penetrate their armor.
Okay. Unfortunately, I'm bouncing my shot on that mountain's cupola. So we're going to wait, because they're looking at me. So we're going to wait. Maybe we can bait a shot, I'm not sure. There's the mountain shooting. And Mr. T95 is coming up to help us out. So at this point, we're going to come up here and help Mr. T95, because these guys are going to push. And we're going to help them push. Because this is going to become very difficult for the enemy now. Now, we want to get side shots on. There we go, Mr. VK. Alright, now we're going for the mountain. We're not letting off the pressure. No. Hold still. I was trying to shoot his tracks. And I want him tracked. Because this mountain's going to keep backing up until he has tank destroyers to help him. Ah, that was a bad shot on my part, but we're going to keep pushing this mountain. We got to just watch. I'd really like to get him tracked if I could. I keep missing my shots. T28, you're supposed to have good gun handling. Now, why are you doing this to me? There we go. We gotta take our time and hit our shots. Come on. Now we tracked him. And the Conway. We need shots on that mountain. And that T95, I can't help him when he's face hugging like that.
Enemy armor is hit. Drag hit.
There we go. Now we hit our cupola shot. Now Mr. Conway. We have to take out Mr. Conway. I know that M46 Patton's back there. I see him. But we have to take out this Conway first.
We are on fire.
I don't care if we're on fire. No! No! I thought I would have that Conway. Gosh. No. Oh my gosh. What are the odds of getting a fire? I mean, I knew that Patton was back there, but I was expecting that Conway to not be able to reload that fast. I was not expecting the Conway to be able to reload that fast, and I was expecting to come up over the hill while still alive and be able to shoot him, but he reloaded faster than I did, which is just insane. I want to say the fire probably slowed my reload down, and that's what ended up being the death of us. So that was a game-winning move right there if we hadn't got caught on fire. So unfortunately this morning Wargaming is saying you're not allowed to win a match because it's not looking good. But we will fast forward to the end of the match and see how we did. So lucky for us, we pulled out a victory. Our team did a great job of taking the hill on the east side and ended up turning this into a win. So, how did we do? We finished 6th by experience, or sorry, by the damage, and 3rd by experience. So, we definitely did our part to help the team out as much as we could. Still losing credits, but that's because we're running premium consumables. So, at least we're ending on a positive note, and we're almost to the T95. So, thank you for tuning in and watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you could please like and subscribe down below, That would help me out greatly, and I'd really appreciate it. I want to keep bringing you guys content like this and seeing how the slightly above average player gets to play in tanks without, 5 skill crews. See the reality of what it's like to grind through a tech tree when you're not expert level. So, thank you again, and have a great day.